what if I told you one quiet policy shift could cost the United States almost $500 billion every single year, and that it's already being discussed in Washington? Stay with me because I'm about to reveal 5 shocking visa restrictions that could crush international students, and the secret at the end of this video that no one in power wants you to hear. International students are the invisible backbone of America's universities, labs, and startups. They pay full tuition, fill key research jobs, and often go on to build the next wave of innovation. But new 2025 visa policies and proposals could tear that system apart, and the economic fallout would hit every American household, from tech hubs to small-town campuses. The scale of what's at stake. Right now, over 1.1 million international students study in the U.S. Together, they inject about $43.8 billion into the American economy each year and support around 378,000 jobs. Nearly 250,000 of them work here temporarily through a program called OPT, Optional Practical Training. That pipeline from classroom to company fuels entire industries. 1. Cutting or ending OPT. The first threat is the plan to eliminate or drastically shrink OPT. For decades, OPT has allowed international graduates to gain real-world experience for up to 3 years after finishing school. It's how thousands of young engineers, coders, and scientists get their start in America. Without OPT, those graduates would be forced to leave immediately after graduation, taking their skills and ideas with them. That single move would dry up the entry-level talent pool that U.S. companies depend on, especially in tech and healthcare. 2. Rewriting the H-1B lottery. The second restriction hits the next step in the pipeline, the H-1B visa. It's the main bridge from temporary work to long-term employment for high-skilled international workers. In 2025, lawmakers proposed major changes, from ending the random lottery to imposing enormous filing fees. That might sound like reform, but it could make it nearly impossible for smaller firms or startups to afford hiring foreign graduates at all. Fewer H-1Bs means fewer innovators, fewer patents, and fewer new companies being built in the United States. 3. New taxes on OPT workers. The third change hides behind the word fairness. Several bills would make OPT participants pay extra payroll taxes, something they've been exempt from for decades. It might sound minor, but it instantly cuts their take-home pay and raises employer costs. For many small firms, hiring an international grad would suddenly be more expensive than hiring someone overseas. That's a fast way to push jobs out of America. 4. Stricter F-1 status and visa delays. The fourth shocker comes through stricter visa rules and processing delays. New measures shorten the length of student stays, add more paperwork, and increase random status checks. Combine that with months-long appointment backlogs at U.S. consulates, and thousands of students simply give up. Many are already choosing Canada, the U.K., or Australia instead. The U.S. loses not just tuition, but the future workers those students could have become. 5. Program and school crackdowns. The fifth restriction targets institutions themselves. Universities with large international populations are facing heavier audits and stricter reporting rules. Some smaller colleges could even lose their ability to host foreign students entirely. That would devastate local economies that rely on student housing, restaurants, and service jobs. Deep dive the economic impact. So what happens if these 5 restrictions stack together, especially the cuts to OPT and H-1B? Analysts say the results could be catastrophic. A 2025 study projected that a major reduction in international student and worker programs could slash as much as $481 billion from America's GDP each year. That number includes lost university revenue, lower consumer spending, fewer startups, and slower innovation. And remember, these students aren't taking American jobs, they're helping create them. Research from the Richmond Federal Reserve and other institutions shows regions with more H-1B professionals produce more patents and more new companies. Limiting them doesn't protect jobs, it exports them. Who gets hurt? This isn't just about students. When fewer international students come, local businesses suffer first. The apartments they rent, the cafes they visit, the shops they keep alive. Then universities lose tuition revenue, forcing higher costs for American families. Finally, employers lose skilled workers, which pushes companies to relocate or outsource. The secret they're not telling you. Here's the secret no one in power will say out loud. Cutting these visa pathways doesn't make America stronger, it makes our competitors stronger. The same students we turn away are welcomed with open arms in Canada, Germany, and India, where they start the companies of tomorrow. Every restriction here is a gift to another country's economy. We're not just losing people, we're losing the future inventions, research, and jobs they would have created right here on U.S. soil. If America truly wants to stay the global leader in technology and innovation, it can't shut its doors to the very minds that built Silicon Valley. These visa restrictions might sound like simple policy tweaks, but the ripple effect could reshape America's economy for decades. So the question isn't whether these students need the U.S., it's whether the U.S. can afford to lose them.